Hare Krishna. Welcome to my Radha Madhav channel. This is Sindhu here. I'm very happy to be associating with you all after a short gap. Today it's actually 72nd Vyasa Puja celebration of H.H. Radhanath Swami Maharaj. It was a very good occasion today where we had Kirtan, Pushpanjali, Aarti and associated with the sumptuous prasadam, and we had a very good devotee association. So, Hari Bol, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So today's topic of discussion I have picked up, as you can see in the video, reasons why wanting to be alone is good for you. Right, let me start with a small prayer. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Hare Krishna. So let me start with a Bhagavad Gita verse, chapter 6, text 30, where it talks about being alone or loneliness. Right? Shri Krishna has said, Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sachamena pranashyati. I repeat, Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sachamena pranashyati. So here Shri Krishna says, for one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost, nor is he ever lost to me. So what does it mean here? Prabhupada is saying a person in Krishna consciousness certainly sees Lord Krishna everywhere. And he sees everything in Krishna. Nothing can exist without Shri Krishna. And Krishna has a lot of everything, right? This is the basic principle of Krishna consciousness. For example, let us say someone hurts us. It's the nature of the mind to develop sentiments of resentment, hatred, etc. towards anyone who harms us, right? However, if we permit that to happen, then our mind comes away from the divine realm and the devotional union of the mind with the Lord ceases. Instead, if we see the Supreme Lord is seated in that person, we will think, Lord is testing me through this person. He wants me to increase the virtue of tolerance, and that is why he is inspiring this person to behave badly with me. But I will not permit this incident to disturb me. Thinking in this way, we will be able to prevent the mind from becoming a victim of negative sentiments. Similarly, the mind separates from God when it gets attached to a friend or relative. Now, if we train the mind to see God in that person, then each time the mind wanders towards him or her, we will think Sri Krishna is seated in that person, and thus I am feeling this attraction. In this manner, the mind will continue to retain its devotional absorption in the Supreme. Sometimes the mind laments up over past incidents. This again separates the mind from the divine realm, because lamentation takes the mind into past and the present contemplation of Guru and God ceases. Now, if we see that incident in connection with God, we will think the Lord deliberately arranged for me to experience tribulation in the world so that I may develop detachment. He is so concerned about my welfare that he mercifully arranges for the proper circumstances that are beneficial for my spiritual progress. By thinking thus, we will be able to protect our devotional focus. So, when you suffer a reversal in the world, do not lament or brood over it. See the grace of God in that incident. Our self-interest lies in somehow or other the keeping the mind in the Lord. And the simple trick to accomplish this is to see God in everything and everyone. That is a practice stage which slowly leads to the perfection that is mentioned in this verse, where we are never lost to God and He is never lost to us. Right? Now let us go on to generally the reasons why wanting to be alone is good for you. As you can see in the image, like a recent study has found that people, especially males, preferred giving themselves electric shocks rather than being alone in a room with only their thoughts or company. The study published in the journal Science is indeed an eye-opener. We as a generation don't like to be alone. But what is it about being alone and not doing something so challenging, I wonder? I know many people who enjoy their me time. Aloneness comes with unique gifts. If you haven't sampled them yet, read on, as you may be reading, needing a nudge in the right direction. Being alone is not a bad thing. It does not mean that you're antisocial or unwanted. Now that we have got this out of the way, let's proceed to the positives of being alone. Hari Bol. Number 1, or lesson 1, you grow as a person. You will get to recharge and grow yourselves without spending extra energy to please the people around you. Constant interaction is taxing, and breaks from people are the need of the hour to focus inwards. Lesson 2, you get in touch with who you are. Most people entangle you in their dramas, so much so that you could end up losing touch with your own needs and emotions. When you allow some me time, you will gain a greater perspective of your own emotions and develop an understanding of what makes you happy, what upsets you, and what saddens you. This way, you will be able to regulate your own emotions better. Lesson 3: you start doing things you enjoy. Your time belongs to no one but you. This you will discover is a big plus, especially if you are a woman. You can eat when you want, sleep the whole day, and not be nagged for doing so. Hari bol. Lesson 4: you are more productive. Being in the company of other people is fun, but it takes up time that could have been spent doing work. This can affect your productivity at work. This is why time spent alone can be some of the most productive time in your life, and you can get to work and keep working with no distractions. Lesson 5: you learn to prioritize. I am a huge proponent of me time, and I can't stress the importance of choosing to spend your time and energy on a select number of commitments that really matter to you rather than overwhelming yourself by trying to have it all. It's good to focus on doing one or few things well rather than trying to do everything, and spending more time alone will allow you to do this. This will make you the happiest and most fulfilled. Aloneness is different from loneliness and social phobia. Never confuse these three. Enjoy being alone and its benefits, but don't yield loneliness as a weapon and as a defense mechanism. Right? So I think that was a beautiful, beautiful points of why wanting to be alone also good for you. So to conclude my today's topic, I would like to say recite a small sloka from the Brahma Shamhita where it says Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. The meaning: I worship the primeval Lord Govinda, who is always seen by the devotee, whose eyes are anointed with the pulp of love. He is seen in his eternal form of Shamsundara, situated within the heart of the devotee. So, Lord Krishna is always there. He never disappears from the sight of his devotees. And also the devotees never ever lose sight of the Lord. Right? So, in the case of a yogi who sees the Lord as Paramatma within the heart, the same thing applies. Such a yogi turns into a pure devotee and cannot bear to live for a moment without seeing the Lord within himself. So, as I said, a person in Krishna consciousness certainly sees Lord everywhere, and he sees everything in the Lord. Right? So everything, he knows that everything is a manifestation of Krishna's energy. So the intimate relationship between the Lord and the devotee then exists. Right? So that is what I would like to conclude today. This is a basic principle of Krishna consciousness. Thank you. Catch you all with another beautiful video, motivational video. Hope you all enjoyed this as much as I did. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you. Hare Krishna.